All right. So let me just make sure everything's set up. Today we're going to be talking about, and I know this video is delayed very much, but I finally got to it. So today we're going to be talking about our next day 3 of the trade boot camp. We'll be talking about break structure. And pretty much what break structure is, it's very important. Hold on before I start this. This is this is a nice inversion model right here on the 5-minute chart. I think these TPs will probably get hit. It's a very nice long setup right here, up to here. If it closes above. Anyway, sorry, let me just that we can just let happen. I'll leave a thing here. Like a stop loss here. See what come back to it. Okay, anyway. So let's just get another chart. We'll go to NAS. So break a structure is the best way to predict where, well, not the best way, but when you couple them all together, it's very crucial, I'd say, to understand where the price action is. So, for example, let me just draw it out simple so then you could understand. When there's an uptrend, let's just say, you have this movement here, stock's going up, and then it has like a little dip. You're not going to want to take this short because first off, you're in an uptrend. It can just be a retrace. So you're not going to want to take this. You're not going to want to go, oh, maybe it's going to dump back down all the way down here. That's not smart. That's not logical. What you want to do is wait for confirmation within the market to say, okay, we had our time uptrending. Now we want to go down. But how do you do that? When it's in an uptrend like this, you wait for a break of structure. And I'll show you. So it's going up, then it makes like a low. It comes down. You don't want to short this low because there's no confirmation. Because sometimes it would come down and then go back up. Now what you would want to short is this low is created now, so you can mark this out. And sometimes the market will come down for this low, either sweep it and then go back up. But if the candle closes below it like this is a break of structure, right? Because it's a low made and it doesn't relatively have to go back up this high. But what makes this higher confluence, we could just say it swept out this high, right? So it swept out this high, broke structure to the downside. Now you can be looking for it to go short, right? It's very simple for examples, right? So remember, and it could also go to the opposite, right? If we're going down, I just show you this example. You don't want to long this. You don't want to go long on this because there's no confirmation. So you wait for this high to be created and then it'll come down or do whatever it likes to do. And then the second it closes above it, like if it closes above it like this is a break of structure. So now, and this is very important. Let me explain this to you as well. Let me just see how to explain this exactly, but hold on. Let me just. Um, all right. So this is a bearish candle, right? Now this can really just go from a wick like this, right? What if you have all this price action? And it's going to be hard to explain this, visualize, but trust me, it's not that. Right? You make this high, and then you come back down. So, right, this is a high. Now, what if what if there's like a candle that doesn't close like this, for example, right? If it closes like this, oh, sorry. If it closes above it like this, where all this meat here, let's just say all this meat where it's thick, if it closes above it, that's a valid break of structure, right? But if it closes under it, like if there's only a wick here, this is not a break of structure. This could just be very well a sweep. So this doesn't look right. It's hard to explain like this, but I'll explain it in real chart price action. All right, so let's find break of structures, right? We have, there's so many. So we have, boom, right here, break, and this is all on the 4 hour. So this is multiple days of work. All right, so we have all this price action. It's coming down, right? If you look at the trend, what is it doing? Coming down. It even before this move up, you're probably wondering, oh, it closed above it like this. This is not a valid, this is not really valid. This is a slight break of structure right here. This is, you want to see something big, right? Like this one is clear because when it goes like this, it's swept this liquidity, but let me not get involved in that, right? Here, boom. What is it? Uptrend, you get a low, just like I said. Uptrend, you get a low. It comes back up a little bit, and then it goes under. Perfect example. Let me draw this out better. All right, boom. Uptrend, you get a low. Uptrend, you get a low. Comes back up, dips down. Boom. You mark out this low, break structure to the downside. And where does it go? It targets the next sell side liquidity. But we're not into that liquidity stuff yet. But you could watch out for the next lows. I'll just give you that hint. So let's find another breaker structure. How do you know? Now you could just be writing this down, by the way. But how do you know when it's going to go up? All right, boom. We get a breaker structure to the upside. It's going down, creates a high, and then comes back up. Goes down, creates a high, goes lower, comes back up. Boom. Bullish breaker structure. So now we can pretty much confidently say, oh, it's going down, creates this slight high, right? This slight high right here. Red. Now let me get deeper into this. Creates this high because there's no candles next to it. This is the highest one. That's clear. Closes above it with this candle. So now we can be looking for longs. And this move down here, it you can anticipate it not going any lower because it broke structure like this, and it never broke structure back to the downside, and it never really hit another high. So this, you obviously knew it was going to come for this high, but it just came down for another setup. And let's find more breaker structures. Boom. Let's see right here. Now this is a long candle. This is a 4 hour candle, came all the way down here, and then it created this high. Well, it created this high before, but see, when you're watching this in real time, you're going to think, okay, maybe it's coming down. Maybe it might break structure. It doesn't. You would wait this candle out, and then boom, once you get this high, once you get this close above, you're looking to go higher 100%. If you're not looking at that, you're not understanding nothing. Because it closes above this high, it's breaking structure to the upside. You have a setup right here. We'll explain it once you understand all the concepts. You'll start seeing these concepts. And you'll be like, holy shit, now it's obvious where to go long. This is a good area to go long right here once you understand all the concepts. But now the break of structure is very crucial. So let's find more. How do we know this thing is going to be bearish now? So as I said earlier, this thing, sorry, these are bothering me. Anyway, as I said earlier, you don't want to guess where the market's going. Never. You want to follow. So you see it's all going up. Besides these newses, like this is news, so disregard this, and this is news, so disregard this. It's ultimately, if you just look at the line chart, what is it doing? going up, right? Besides these dips and whatever it is, this is all up. Now, how do you know when it's going to go like this? Which was just a mere retracement, by the way. But how do you know when it's going to go like this? And I'll show you. And usually I do this in the 4 hour chart, but you could do this in any chart. You can do this even when you're executing a trade. So let's go to the 4 hour chart we were just in. Let's look at this little up, right? What does it do? Right before, takes out this high. But let's not talk about that yet. Has this low. Boom. Creates this low. Closes underneath it completely. And now what? Now the whole trend shifted. Now it breaks structure. This was the structure, the up structure. It breaks it and continues down. Clear. I mean, this is clear. It's look, boom. Uptrend consolidation comes down. How are we gonna know it goes back up? Boom, break a structure, comes back up, right? Boom. How do we know this is going down? Creates a low, closes under it, breaks structure to the downside. I mean, that's just clear. And over here, there's not a high here because there's a candle next to it. There's no independent highs up until here. So break structure to the upside here, continues up obviously. And then this one's not so obvious though, so I wouldn't really be too confident about it. And then it eventually breaks structure back to the downside. So now, present day, I'm bearish. And I've been taking shorts all the way down to these lows. But it broke structure from all the way up here. Don't you see? It's been going up, creates this low, comes back up, breaks structure, and ever since then, look at all this movement. This is one. Hold on, let me see. This is 3 days of movement downwards. 3. I mean, if that's not, I mean, isn't that just insane though? That you're called like someone like you, someone like me, can call out where the whole financial market in the world can move towards. These are all the top stocks combined in the world. And we're predicting where it moves. I mean, that's impressive. It's insane. Now, let me just say something before we continue or before I end this because it's very straightforward. The reason I look at these ones, the closer ones, and I'm not really looking at these is because you don't want to you don't want to look at this for a break of structure. And even though it's a low, it's way too far out. Like on 4 hour, you don't want to look at this one all the way on the left side as this low to break structure. You want to look at it to come down to this low, but wick it. And then, you're not looking at this for a break of structure. You'll look at like lows on the actual price run, the current day price run, because you're trying to predict current day movements. You're not trying to predict from back here. You can't because it's way too far out. So always make sure. You could do this on the daily as well. Let's go on the daily. Predict where full days are going. Overall, where is it over? I mean, disregard all of this. Just wipe your mind. Overall, where is the market going? Here. Down. Right? Even though it's going like this, where is it going? Down. And let me just explain something. Support and resistance traders are going to look at this like this. Oh, there's support. Oh, look, what is it going to do? It's going to continue downward. And what does it do? It fucking destroys them. I mean, literally destroys them for weeks. So I'm not even worried about that. Now, why am I not looking at this as a break of structure? I just explained it. I just explained it. And as day traders, because that's what I do, I don't really swing trade. So if I was to wait even though we have this low here, there's so many other confluences that it's gonna go up besides this break of structure. So you have to remember that. And I'll explain it further on because I don't want to jump ahead of myself. And I don't want to confuse anybody. But look, if you're gonna swing it, you see all this movement. You're not getting in on this movement. Uh-oh. You're not getting in on this movement. Wait. You have to be patient. You have to wait a couple days. 1, 2, 3. You have the doji. What'd I say? If anyone was watching the last video or the first video about the candles, what do you have? Boom. You have all this movement. And what I say? A doji candle indicates a reversal. We have this hold down move. Doji reverses. Higher confluence. Now you could couple them together. Doji, reversal, break a structure to the upside. Now you can start looking for longer setups. Either to this high or to this high. You could just keep targeting all of these. And I'll explain why in the next video why I target these highs. But this, you could target all of this and it's still going. It's still going. Now this could be kind of like if this day closes this bearish, we can probably find a break a structure off of that and target lower. Anyway, that was the best way to explain how to predict where the market is going for the most part. Don't take breaker structures as the end all be all. It's way more than that. If anyone could just draw a line out at a high and fucking watch it close above, everybody would be a millionaire. Anyway, see ya. Enjoy.